Hey everybody. Well, this is a video I wasn't intending to make because this is a Lego set that I normally wouldn't get, but a friend of mine was gracious enough to let me have one of these because he had several of them. I'm not really sure why. I think he was going to make a mock or something. And so he let me have this set. So it's set number 60288. It's the Race Buggy Transporter, and it has 210 pieces. And I looked it up, and I think it retails for $19.99. So it looks kind of like a cool set. I do like the Lego City line, and not a set that I normally would buy, but I think it looks pretty cool. On the back of the box here, we can see what the whole thing looks like when it's all put together. And I'm kind of curious to see what this turning action is. That looks kind of cool. I don't think I've ever seen that before in a Lego set, and I don't know if that's new or what. And then here you can just see how the roof comes off of the little SUV. So it looks like kind of a cool set, even though I'm not really into this kind of theme, but I do like a lot of Lego City sets. All right, well, let's take a look at the bags. So the set only comes with 3 bags. It's a really small set, so there's not a whole lot to this, and it looks like super simple construction. And there's 2 separate instruction books here, one for the dune buggy itself, and then the other for the little SUV and the little transport flatbed. And there's just a few stickers here. It looks like mostly for the dune buggy, and a couple of license plates. All right, well, let's get started on this little set. Yeah, okay, so I was curious to see how that turning action thing works. So this piece here is something I've never seen before. That's like I don't know if this is new or if it's been around and I just haven't seen it, but it has this little axle piece that snaps in there, and then it makes it pivot like this. And there's like a little pin in there. You can just kind of see it right there in the center, and that's what allows the pivoting action. So I thought that was kind of cool. There's one on each side here for the axles. So yeah, so that's how that works. Very cool. All right, well, here it is all put together, and this is a pretty cool little set for being just a little $20 thing. But I really like the whole overall look of the way the whole thing looks, and it rolls nice and smooth. Quite a few tires in this set, and the little hitch here just hooks up to the little ball joint hitch kind of thing going on back there, so you can completely take this part off if you want to. So I think it's kind of neat. The whole thing rolls nice and smooth. It snaps on really easy. So let's take a look at the individual pieces on their own. So starting with the SUV here itself, it's a pretty basic thing. I mean, this is not a real complicated set. It's just a small set, but you know, it's pretty cool. I mean, it certainly does serve its purpose in the way that it looks. The front looks pretty decent with those little pusher things on the front there, a little mirror action going on the side, and the top can come off. And then inside here you can see that there is 2 seats for the minifigures to sit in, and the steering wheel, and then it's got a cool little dashboard piece in there that I've never seen before, that little print, which is pretty cool. And it's kind of cool that at least both figures will fit in there. Sometimes they don't make enough room for 2 minifigures, but yeah, pretty decent for that. The trailer hitch here is actually the last thing that you put together. Not much going on as far as, you know, complexity, but I do like the little, I don't know if those are supposed to be oil cans or fire extinguishers or what. There's a couple of little tools that clip into place right there. There we go with the bottom. And I do like that these little ramps come down like that. And then that way the dune buggy can roll right up on top of it. And speaking of the dune buggy, this is probably the highlight of the set just because this thing is so cool looking. I was actually really impressed with it. You know, it's got a lot of detail for as little as it is. You got these little exhaust pipes going on back here. Got some sticker action going on there on the side. I love the look of these little headlight covers. One of them's kind of crooked here. Let's see if I can focus in on those. You can really see it's kind of got like a little, I don't know what you call it, like a face. There's a little 5 up here. I like the use of a roller coaster rail piece for the cage that goes on top right there. You can kind of see how that looks. Little vent or vents. But yeah, you can put the figure in there much easier when that flips open like that. Here's the back of it. Got a little bit of a spoiler kind of thing going on in the back. So I really do love this whole wheel thing. It kind of adds, like, see how you can kind of turn it and the wheels go in and out? So I think that was a really cool feature on this. So you can actually, you know, turn it and then it'll lean like this, and you can actually make it turn by leaning the whole thing back and forth. But it also kind of makes a little bit of like a suspension system, you know, the way it goes in and out like a dune buggy would have. So I think that was kind of a cool little piece that they had added in there, that one little suspension piece in there. Like I said, I've never seen that before. So I think that's probably one of the best parts of this little thing. But yeah, that's a really cool little vehicle. I do like that with the ramps on the back here, you can actually drive the little dune buggy up onto the trailer like that. It'll just fit right in there. You got the little wheel lock kind of things going on. And then you can actually flip these up, and that'll keep it from rolling off. So now you can just take off with it. That's pretty cool. I actually really like this thing. So there's 2 minifigures that come with this set, and it's pretty decent looking on the prints as far as their outfits go. The girl's jacket looks really well done, and the checkerboard racing outfit for the guy. Here's the back of them. I don't think these are new prints by any means. I do love the helmet on the racer, because the visor can go up and down. So there he is with the visor up. And then the girl has an alternate face, but the guy doesn't. So here you can see she's got a really happy face, which is pretty cool. And then the guy actually comes with an extra hairpiece, which is, I think it's kind of unusual. Most of the time when you get figures that have a helmet, that's just kind of what they're stuck with. But in this case, they actually give you an extra hairpiece for the guy. So it's kind of cool. You're not stuck with just having him having to wear the helmet all the time. But I think these are pretty good figures for this set. So overall, I gotta say this is a pretty cool little set. For 20 bucks, I don't know, I think it's pretty decent. You get 2 vehicles and the nice little carrying trailer thingy on the back. And then also, I just think this part here is probably the highlight. This really nice looking dune buggy. That whole turning wheel thing right there is kind of what sold it for me. I think it's pretty neat. But yeah, like I said, this is not a set that I would normally have bought myself. I'm more into the Star Wars sets or pop culture type things that the Lego comes out with. And they're supposed to be coming out with some pretty cool sets in the future that I'm looking forward to getting and maybe doing some reviews on them. But this one was given to me by a friend, which I very much appreciate. And also, it was just kind of a fun little build. So I figured may as well do a little review on it. So anyway, that's it for the little dune buggy set. And so I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a like and subscribe. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks again, and have a good one.